Guys, grab a pencil, grab a note in your phone, and I want you to write this down, okay? If you can get a customer to make a logical decision on a worst case scenario, you will keep that customer for a long, long time. Let me repeat that. If you can get a customer to make a logical decision on a worst case scenario, you will keep the customer for a long, long time. I am a huge proponent, and I talk about this extensively. Do not oversell your deals. If you oversell your deals, you will be fighting the client the entire time, okay? You will be literally dealing with this for years and years and years. And I've done this wrong, okay? And so what I mean by that is it's very easy in this business when you're selling. You can make the numbers look however you want to make the numbers look, okay? You can choose to show certain things and leave certain things out. You can, you can manipulate it however you want, and you can get deals, okay? But again, if you're somebody that's watching this and you're not looking to do this one and done stuff, and you're trying to build big stuff, you're trying to build a big company, or just high revenue, and you want to do this for real, you gotta keep clients. You gotta keep them so they continue to pay you for years and years and years to come, and they continue to grow with you. And so one of the key aspects of my success is I retain my clients. And the way I retain them is I don't oversell. I don't have them have these crazy expectations that they're gonna close millions of dollars of revenue every single month and that kind of thing. So what I do is this, okay? I look at the worst case scenario, okay, for this deal. And then what I do is I say, based on worst case scenarios, if everything goes wrong, how much money am I going to be able to help the client make? Okay, based on the numbers, not on emotion, not on best case, based on the numbers in a worst case, and that's what I charge. Now that sounds really confusing, it's not. Let's take an example. You pre-sell a concrete deal here in, let's say, Las Vegas, Nevada, okay? Probably not somewhere you're gonna wanna do research on because it's huge. Maybe you would check Henderson out, but for the sake of I'm sitting in Las Vegas, I'm gonna use this example. You pre-sell a deal, which means you have a one-page website. You don't actually have the website built yet. You sell the deal and you're running ads and you have some family stuff come up or some other stuff come up and you can't get to the website. You can't get to the Google My Business and it's just ads, okay? So what you wanna look at is like, if that happens, which is probably unlikely, but if it happens, that means the only leads you're gonna be able to deliver for this client the only leads are gonna be through ads, right? Because you're not gonna get anything organic because you don't have a website that's ranking. That being said, how many leads could we reasonably expect? Well, let's just say that, let's say 10 to 15, because let's say that you follow the advice that I give, which is you don't wanna go into a city and a niche that's more than $5 CPC, which is, for those of you that don't know, cost per click, which I would say 10 to 12, maybe up to 15 leads is pretty safe, okay? So let's assume you get this deal and you only get them 12 leads, okay? An entire month. That's pretty worst case scenario, right? If that were the case, based on their numbers, how much money would they make profit? So let's use a concrete example. Let's say that they were making $5,000 per month, $5,000 per job, concrete job. That's gross, okay? $5,000. And let's say that their profit margin was only 20%. So they're only making $1,000 for every single job that they close, right? And let's say that they only close at 30% close rate, which is probably pretty standard, right? Based on those numbers, if you send them 12 leads, and you can go calculate all this stuff out in the computer and on a calculator, based on those numbers, just with 12 leads at a $5,000 price point, they're going to make, I think it's $3,600 net. I know it's $18,000 gross based on 12 leads. 12, okay? So if you only get them 12, they're going to make $3,600 if they close at 30%. And so if that were the case, what I would do is I wouldn't go and slam them with a $4,000 a month deal and say, oh, look, you're gonna, what I would do is I'd probably cut that in half and say, hey, even if I only get you 12, you're still gonna make $3,600 if you do your part. So here's what I'm gonna do, Mr. Business Owner, is I'm gonna charge you $1,500 for the first 6 months per month, okay? And if you just close 30%, you're going to double your money. And that means if you close at only 15%, you're still breaking even, okay? I mean, you guys see where I'm going with this? Now, the cool part is you followed the script correctly. If you've done what I trained correctly, you know dang well, and they know dang well, you're gonna be able to get them 20, 25, 30, up 50 leads. And so now what happens is they're making a decision at $1,500 a month, and their expectation is 12 leads, right? So guess what happens? Next month, you only hit them with 15. They're ecstatic, okay? You hit them with 20, they're out of this world. But you only hit them with 10, 12, they're like, yeah, he said that would probably be about right? And so what's cool is you get them to make the logical yes based on a worst case scenario, not a best case scenario, and that client will be low maintenance, they will be super easy to work with, and they will be your friend, and they will continue to ask you, hey, can we expand to this area, and can we do this, and can you do my this, and can you do my this, and you create this great relationship that you don't have to spend a lot of time maintaining, and it's because you didn't oversell the deal. And guys, trust me, when you start learning some of these techniques and you start getting good at sales, you can oversell deals real easy, and you could get anybody to say yes. And that's a dangerous thing because you don't want to waste your time with people that are only going to be with you for a couple of months. So guys, that's what I want you to write down. That's what I want you to remember is never, ever, ever oversell. Never oversell. And if you can get the customer, let me repeat it one more time. If you can get a customer to make a logical yes on a worst case scenario, you will keep that customer for a long, long time.